Hi guys, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Yes, we are outside and I have Benjamin here. Benjamin is one of my Twinkies. He is the Twin Bee by Bonnie Brown. The Twinkies are currently my only sleeping babies in my collection, which is something, I guess, as far as taking a baby outside, even though I am just in my own yard. The sleeping babies just work for me in that way. They're more realistic, I guess. Um, this is the stroller that I got recently at the thrift shop. I did away with the other one. It is, let's see, it does have a tag here. It does say combi on it, but I think what that means is that this part here is a Velcro. So it goes, it can make like a carriage, so to speak, where the legs are closed in for a smaller infant. Or this can come down and, the child's feet can dangle down for an older child or a child sitting up. And the stroller is very, very lightweight. It's small and it's lightweight. So it works. It works well for me. I cleaned it up and it cleaned up very nicely. And it's just fine for me and the purposes. I may start walking a little bit with the baby in the carriage, which is, again, I think the sleeping baby works best for that. I tend to, even if I'm going around the block, like I'm carrying like a water bottle and my keys and whatever, and so the stroller's nice to just toss things in and gives me a little support for my back, because I do have some pretty serious back problems at this point. So anyways, Gabe and I just finished, we're exhausted. We finished playing quite a bit of football, just catching the yard, but, we were going long and hiking and, I really had to move in, and it is absolutely gorgeous here today on Long Island, New York. We have not had much good weather at all, so we are very blessed with this beautiful, beautiful day. So anyway, I thought I would chat with you guys for a few minutes, and it just gave just something different in seeing one of the babies outside. Ben is just knocked out here. He's got his passy out, and he's just in his stretched out position that he tends to like to sleep in, and the fresh air has just knocked him out. He looks just so gorgeous outside, so realistic. He really does. So speaking of sleeping babies and my collection and realistic and all that, I know I had made statements as I was panicking with Josie, that I just didn't think I could bond with any other sleeping babies and da 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 da. But, I really came to the conclusion, we got a bit of wind here. I really came to the conclusion that it was just the sculpt, that Josie was just a little bit big for a sleeping baby for me. And I did explain that in another video. And although, yes, I do gravitate towards the open-dyed babies, as far as, I feel like, the personality and the interaction, I still really do enjoy the sleeping babies, and especially, for bringing them out, for just hanging out and cuddling at night, for photographs. There's many reasons. So I found myself very, very drawn to the Owen sculpt by Laura Tuzo Ross. Very, very drawn to that sculpt. More so than any other sculpt that I've ever seen in kit form. Now, I've been talking about it for a while, that I definitely want to try my hand at painting and rooting, just completely reborning. It's something that from the beginning, when I started watching YouTube, I watched a ton of tutorials, and I really take in what artists say and their tips and pay attention. So I've got quite a lot of knowledge kind of jumbled around in my head. Now, it's more rote knowledge as far as like Um, I, I I need to learn like the step by step. Like I almost wouldn't know where to start, except yes, I know to order the kit, and I believe that Bountiful Baby does have a painting starter kit, which is probably where I'd start. Pretty sure it might even come with DVDs, and I know that would wash the kit, and other than that, like just starting with what type of like base coat, or do I need to neutralize, like I have to look for step by step. Now my thoughts were to do this in the fall, because I figure once the kids were back in school in the fall and settled into their routine, because of course it's busy in September and the beginning of the year with parent teacher nights and just all that. And I figured, well, that would be a good thing coming up into the fall and the winter of next year. And then I'll, of course, be inside more. And that basically still is the plan. But I realize that I want to get my ducks in a row and get my supplies ordered and really have a plan of action of where and how I'm going to start. So I keep going back to this Owen kit. And I said to myself, you know what? I think that is going to be the perfect baby for me to be my first baby that I reborn myself. I feel that the kit is, I love the fontanelle, the whole cranial structure of that kit's head. Like, I think that it would make a really cute bald boy, preferably, an AA skin tone. So I feel like, well, if I'm not, oh, sorry guys, I hit the lighting thing. I feel like if I'm not quite there yet and ready to root, or I want to practice on, like, say, practice heads and not my first, hopefully good, paint job that I'm gonna do my very best, that he would be fine bald, be adorable bald. And also, I thought that my first go of it, um, not to toss in there having to deal with the eyes and figuring out the size. And I know artists go through with kits, like you order an eye that you think is going to be right, and then it just doesn't look right, or you don't like the color or whatever, and it can get quite costly, if you're not stocked into, have been doing this, where you just have, those materials more or less, around at your disposal. So it's just like another added, thing to, deal with, getting the correct eyes and getting them in right and all that. And then you still need to root the lashes anyway. So, or at least I would anyway. So I thought that would be the perfect sculpt. The sculpt just keeps calling me, and I've thought about, asking certain artists, would they do that kit for me? And then I said, you know what? At a certain point, I really, really, again, wanted to try my hand in hopes that I could possibly create babies that I would be happy with to have in my collection, because it does get costly, and it just would be nice to be able to create my vision for a baby, and I'm very, I'm definitely creative. I definitely enjoy things like that, although I'm very spontaneous and I'm definitely very ADHD. I have a lot of patience when it comes to, like, craft. Like, if I'm trying to get details of something right, like, I will spend forever trying to get it right, until I'm satisfied. And I enjoy that. I truly find joy in it. I think I'll enjoy rooting. I know it's a tedious task, but I just think that it's just, I don't know, I enjoy painting the walls, and trim and detail, like, and ceramics and things like that's tiny little details that takes, many, many hours. To me, my head just goes off in another place, and it's like a meditation, relaxation. I enjoy mowing the lawn and hours of gardening. I can't do those things anymore because of my back, but like I just enjoy stuff like that. And then I enjoy having that, enjoying the fruits of my labor, so to speak, in the final, product of whatever project it is I was working on. One winter I refinished an old storage chest into a coffee table for myself. When I was through, I had glass cut for the top. I put wheels on the bottom of it, and it's a beautiful piece. It's our living room coffee table. It has storage, so I have all of the children's baby books and photo albums, or a lot of them, stored in there, which is really nice. And, again, I put it on wheels, but, I stained it. I did, I worked on it, and it took me, the duration of, one winter, or a month or two over that winter, whatever it was. I just, worked on it as I went along that winter. And I really enjoyed it. It was a fun project. Not that I'm comparing that to the art of reborning. Just in general, I'm just talking about, what I enjoy. So, I really think that, time is flying. I can't believe, Christmas just flew, and then we had, Easter just came up so fast. We now have Mother's Day upon us. Time is flying. So I figured, let me get this kit ordered. Let me get the paint set ordered. Let me put a little investing into, supplies, so that I have something to look forward to. And, when I have time here and there, throughout the summer, I will, can start again watching tutorials, and I really want to try to find something step by step. I know people do buy tutorials, and I just feel like, I don't know. I like to get my information from different places. I don't want to paint in all one style. I want to put my own creativity into it. So I need like a baseline of what to do, but I want to be able to, form my own things in what I'm doing. Oh, I hear my husband's pulling up. I'm like, oh, I'm safe in the backyard. Meanwhile, my landlord could pull up anytime. A neighbor could walk into the yard. And, of course, my husband pulled up. But that's no news to him that I have the babies, of course. But anyways, so, yeah, I thought this would just be a good, quick chat, and to see one of my babies in a different surrounding, which is outside. The last time I took a baby outside was St. Patty's Day, and that was Nicholas, and we took a walk down to the mailbox and back, and that was it. And that was the last time I was actually outside with a baby. So now it's, the middle of April, so who knows when it'll be again. But I do have this, stroller that I like, and that I think maybe would be good for walks. And I feel like if you just tuck a baby up and, put a blanket over and just have them, and then, have this over, no one's gonna be, it'll work. It'll work all right. So, tell me what you all think. If I know a lot of you go take your babies for outings and stuff, and I've spoke about that many times in videos, that's just not right. For me, it would just be a chore to lug something extra. And I've spoken about how, I have, children, and that I'm really known in my community. I am a local business, so it's not like I'm going to get away with, people know I didn't just have a baby, and just for business wise, and my children feel strongly about that. It would be very embarrassing to them should somebody come and say, oh, I saw your mom in the store with a doll. It's not fair to put that on my children. And again, 9 times out of 10, or to actually 10 times out of 10, I am running 6 ways to Sunday. I'm lugging packages. I'm just, like I said, it would just be an extra. It would be a chore and not a pleasure. As you can hear the plane going over, we have a small airport that's close to us. That's about as loud as you hear the planes. They don't fly too low. It's not that close, but, you know, it's a few miles away. So we do get some planes flying overhead. We don't hear them you don't really hear that inside, but when you're outside and on the phone or talking on a video or something, you can definitely hear it. So anyways, I hear my husband has gotten out of the car. I know he's not going to want to be on video, just, you know, that I know. So I am going to end this. Oh, I hear Gabriel coming out as well. He was in getting a yogurt and some things after we played football. And now he is looking for me. So it is a good time to end this video. And I hope that you all are having a fabulous weekend. And I hope you all are also having some beautiful weather as well. All right, everyone. God bless.